Proverbs 20 verse 13 says this, "Do not love sleep, or you will grow poor. Stay awake, and you will have food to spare." But it's Monday morning. It's been a long weekend. I'm really tired. Do I have to get up? Suck it up, Buttercup. Today on 10 with Tom, we're reminding everyone, including me, that you can sleep too much. Author Zig Ziglar said, "When you do what you need to do, when you need to do it, then you can do what you want to do when you want to do it. But you will never do what you need to do if you don't set your alarm, assert your dominion over your blankets, and get out of bed and go to work." Solomon warns about the kind of sleep that crosses the line between rest and laziness. First of all, too much sleep has a dulling influence. Proverbs 26:14 says, "As a door turns on its hinges, so a sluggard turns on his bed." You want to be a lazy person? Just keep rolling over instead of answering that alarm. Number two, too much sleep destroys ambition. Proverbs 19:15 says, "Laziness brings on deep sleep, and the shiftless go hungry." Idle people don't reap the benefits of hard work, which leads us to the third thing. Too much sleep causes poverty. Proverbs 20 verse 13 says, "Do not love sleep, or you will grow poor. Stay awake, and you will have food to spare. No work, no pay, and soon, no job." Number four, too much sleep disappoints God. Proverbs 6:9 says, "How long will you lie there, you sluggard? When will you get up from your sleep?" Can't you just hear your parents when you were young? Aren't you ever going to get up? I know I heard that way too many times. Number five, too much sleep squanders golden opportunities. Proverbs 10:5 says, "He who gathers crops in summer is a prudent son, but he who sleeps during harvest is a disgraceful son." A man was asked by a potential employer, "Does hard work bother you?" And the man answered, "No, hard work doesn't bother me in the least. I can lie down next to it and go right to sleep." Needless to say, he didn't get the job. The Bible calls such a person a sluggard, a lazy person. His God is slumber. His bed is his altar, and his body is the sacrifice he readily offers. Seriously, unless you are willing to work hard, all of your prayers for success won't rise any higher than the roof over your head. Now, we do need sleep, but we need to discipline ourselves to go to bed instead of wasting our time doing so many frivolous things when we should be sleeping. That way, we can be productive in the morning and go about the business of our day. You know, I've always been a night owl. My mother even said that when I was a small child, I would stay up late and I would sleep late. I've always told people that I think I was born with a West Coast time clock built into me. And despite many folks saying over the years, "That'll change when you get older," it never has. It's tough to go to bed early when you're not tired. And it's even tougher to get up in the morning when you are tired. But I found that I accomplish a whole lot more in a day when I get started early. So get the sleep that you need, but don't sleep too much. I think it was Benjamin Franklin that penned these words: "Early to sleep, early to rise, makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise." Great words from one of our founding fathers. Now, last week on 10 with Tom, someone commented on my YouTube channel that I should talk about Camp Susquehanna. A couple of weeks ago, 3 of our students shared about summer camp. and the impact that it has had on their lives. I once heard a camp director come into a church and he asked the congregation, "How many of you can remember a specific lesson from first grade?" And in that entire congregation, one hand went up. He then asked, "How many of you remember something specific that impacted your life from summer church camp?" And nearly every hand in that same congregation went up. I've done the same thing, asked those same questions. And the response is always the same. Now, he said, that just goes to prove that summer camp is more important than first grade. Now, I think we'd get a lot of disagreement with that statement, but it does show how impactful summer camp can be. It is so vital in the formation and the strengthening of our faith when we're young. But fewer and fewer students are taking the opportunity to go to camp each year. And we really need to change that. You know, so many people experience Jesus in a new and real way at summer camp. So many build networks of friends and supportive counselors who become encouragers on their journeys through life with Christ. I saw some dramatic changes in the students who went to camp with us this past summer. Changes that have taken root and continue to grow. And so many people receive their call to ministry while a student attending church camp. For Pastor Allen, our founding pastor, Bob May, and music missionary Zach Laughlin from the group Vinesong, all three of them received their call to ministry at the Warren Willis Camp in Fruitland Park, Florida. I've been blessed through the ministry of so many camps through the years, and I can recommend a whole bunch of them to any parent who's looking for a great place to send their child. But this morning, I do want to give a shout out today to Camp Shhhhhhhhh. Located just north of Williamsport, Pennsylvania, in the little village of Trout Run, PA, next month, Camp Shhhhhhhhh will celebrate 75 years of ministry to children, churches, and to the surrounding community. I've been blessed to speak as a camp chaplain 7 times through the years. I've sent dozens of students to Camp Shhhhhhhh. And I still hear and see today the impact that Camp Shhhhhhhh has had on those students, many of whom are now adults serving on the staff at camp. Many are also serving as pastors, worship leaders, teachers, and leaders in their own community. Just last week, I was having lunch with a student, and he was talking about his great memories from Camp Shhhhhhh. My friends list on social media is filled with former campers and staff, and I am so grateful for their ministry. If you're a pastor in the Northeast, they have 4 great Youth Summit weekends coming up, and their camps are outstanding, but they fill up fast. So you should check them out. The website is shhhhhhh.org, and it's just one of many great Christian camps that are out there. So congratulations, Camp Shhhhhhh, on 75 years of helping students experience their Creator. And parents, make sure your kids get to camp next summer. And don't be afraid to ask us how we can help make that happen. Finally, as we turn the page of our calendar to September, make sure to look for your fall edition of the Word for You Today in the mail. And if you don't have it by Wednesday, you can pick up a copy here at the church. Have a great week. You are loved.